Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Well, I know I'm back, finally back doing a live show. Well, I mean, it's been busy few days, but you know what? It is what it is. I know I put about Forest learning from past mistakes. They do need to learn from past mistakes, and I think to myself like, how can Forest learn from past mistakes? Because at the minute we seem to be making the same mistakes a lot of the time. So I think that will be interesting to see at least how this will happen. But I know there's bits and pieces to go through as per usual, guys, because if Forest and you know what, there won't be a day without Forest being Forest, without being Forest. So there have been bit of transfer news as well, bits and pieces about like this 112 million that is been branded about by a lot of people because I know that it has been one of them ones where I think that Forest have been caught up on this sort of like with everything, obviously with the profit and loss thing. So Forest are being caught up on this. And obviously, this doctor meant to be a doctor and meant to be all this and all that about the usual, really. That they try and say this and that, try and get involved. And what they are trying to say is that Forest, if this doesn't be a different that it will be 112 million because apparently of this fire sale that everything did last summer. I mean, it was off the Nottingham Post, so obviously it all been all this and all that, and obviously a lot being said about it. So obviously a lot of people. I mean, just on the Facebook post, it's been really much spoken about, and it doesn't surprise me to be fair. So a lot been spoken about this. I mean, they're trying to say if we sold Ben and Johnson early that we would have gotten money back. I mean, I wouldn't put it past you if that would happen to a fair, but we would not know what could happen. I mean, those people what will know is the Premier League and Forest. And that was put to me in a comment, and I completely agree with that to be fair, that all the people who know Forest Premier League and people who are looking into it a lot more. So it will be interesting to say at least how this will happen. But obviously, bit of transfer news as well. Obviously, uh, Flad is looking like he's set to leave Forest with him going back to another club. Apparently, that he isn't wanting to say because obviously, Flad. I mean, obviously because game time and that he will not want to stay. And I know that we have got near enough quite a few goalkeepers in our 25-man squad, but you know what? It's not worked out for him, and for whatever reason, we don't know why, but it's just not worked out for him. So whatever happens, happens because we can't tell the future. So it'd be interesting to say these George Shoulder, he has done door. It not been said if it's a permanent or a loan, but with his contract out of Finney in the summer, it probably is a permanent transfer. So good luck, George Shelby. But yeah, I mean, a lot of mistakes happening on the football pitch at the minute, especially with that defeat against Newcastle on Saturday. Um, Obviously, same mistakes, and I just hope now that Nuno knows what he needs to do. Um, and I think he will do, hopefully, touch wood. But I think there needs to be something happening, and Forest need to improve defensively because we can't carry on being as fragile as we are at the minute because we're just getting caught out more and more. Do drop your lights on the videos as per usual. Obviously, we are enjoying the success of having the channel like we are. Obviously, Ilando spoke about leaving it. It went because Ten Hag and that, but he is a clan. So, and Mangala's agent spoke about Mangala leave and that. It was very complicated for him to leave, but obviously felt like it was the time to leave. That was his agent talking on a YouTube channel, Lead No Door. So I think that would have been very interesting. Obviously, Colin Frey has been talking and giving his view on the Joe Wall, saying that most fans were voting him back. So it'd be interesting to say least. Gavin Bavin said, God knows who this set piece coach is. Seemed to be worse than better since he was. I mean, none of us not heard from him or seen him on the touchline since he's been appointed. So it makes you think what is actually going off behind the scenes. I mean, some poor goals that we have conceded to a fair since he has been. So I think it'd be interesting to see at least what could happen. Obviously, a lot of talk about these Man United tickets tonight. So I think a lot is going off at the club, and it is quite dangerous. Obviously, Gavin said, "Look, we do," and I think, especially with Tower being back now, with Hudson-Odoi starting to look fit, and with Orlando, we are looking like a real threat on the bit, and we are looking really, really dangerous, which is quite nice here, and especially with Good Swap starting to find that bit of form in that number 10 role, we are looking a lot more dangerous, and I think if we keep them 4 fit, I think we have a really good chance of what we can do this season. I think we are starting to see reap the benefit of Hudson-Odoi, and we are seeing Orlando back to full fitness, to say the least. And I think it is promising, to say the least, that we are starting to see all these things happening. And I think it could have came at the right time that we have got these players. And I think, especially with Bali coming back, with Sangari coming back, with Anya coming back, it will just strengthen our cause in there. Gavin saying need to get more tight and controlled in midfield and get a consistent left back who plays weekly. I think with Sangari coming back, I think it'd be interesting to see how we do fit him back in that. Would Nuno do what he did with Sangari before he went to AFCON? That'd be an interesting one. I think he did well out against Newcastle in there. So, and I think the left back situation, I was saying about it to someone on Saturday. We had a really good discussion about this actually before the game, because he asked me the same question about the left back position, and he was asking me like, why do you think why are we playing Tavares instead of Toffolo? It was quite a decent conversation actually, to be fair. And like I said to Nuno, I said to Nuno, like I said to the person about Nuno to Forest, that Nuno Santos does like his attacking left fullbacks, which is probably why Williams and Forest are more favourable. Montreal has been playing right back as well, and he's quite attacking. And I feel like that these two does offer that attacking threat a lot more than Toffolo. No disrespect to Toffolo. I will get onto the Toffolo situation soon. I'm not trying to defend Toffolo or anything, but what I'm trying to say is Toffolo is more of a natural fullback who is, I mean, going forward, he's quite good. He has got a pizza left foot. Didn't know shadow that. I think Toffolo has got a great left foot, whereas Nuno is probably better going forward. So I think if you have Nuno's attacking instincts and Toffolo's left foot, I mean, it'd be a great player that would be. And Montreal had one good game and then goes missing about 5. Centre backs look okay, just left and right backs and more consistent. Yeah, that's fair shout to fair. I think that's the thing, we are chopping and changing our fullbacks a lot at the minute, didn't they, Shad? That we are, I mean, when we had 2 games, we have the same fullbacks. Not many. I know Nuno tried to get to know his squad a lot more. And I think that we're just not finding that consistency with that back line. and especially the goalkeepers, to say the least, that there's just been no consistency. So I think that where Forest really need to improve on. But I think it will be interesting, to say the least, how we will go forward. I think we have got some really big games. We have got West Ham, Villa, Man U in court. We have got Liverpool down there. So I think we have got some really big games coming up between now and sort of March. So I think it will be interesting what could come from this. I mean, even tennis in the chat, who would you want? Would Sangawi come back into that centre midfield? Would Bally come into that right hand side, San 12? I mean, I'll get onto that discussion in a minute because I was having this conversation with a guy that sits next to me at Forest, and it was quite a decent conversation. We were just talking about how music, yeah, fair enough, it throws words. It is probably one of our better centre half rhythm really in there. But when you play left footed on a right hand side, it does have that issue because obviously you got to be playing with your right foot. And I mean, it just caught, and as even said at half time, being a right side of centre half on. I mean, it won't be nothing against um, Musa or anyone, or even really if came up. But I think a right side of centre half would have made it a lot more easy in terms of playing that better from the back. And it would have enabled us to be on the front foot that bit more tactically. Gavin saying, get a settled back four and we can build some consistency, not the chop and changing. Can never guess who's the starting back four. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it was that bad when we had Montagnier in charge, like chopping and changing every game. So we do need to get a consistent back four, and we do need to improve a lot more in certain areas. And I think that what's costing us a lot of goals is that chop and change to that back line. Because it will affect us a lot more, didn't you? Shannon, that it will do. I think would you play Sangari in that centre midfield? I mean, would you bring him back straight off from AFCON? Or would you give him that game just to get him back in? But I have loved the really photos on fire when he won it on AFCON. Them really photos are brilliant. They were the really photos were quality, and I bet someone's gonna captain that like quality. Um, but yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to say at least how. I mean, definitely going into Saturday against West Ham. I mean, I'm quite looking forward to it. I always do, and it's a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. So, hey! But yeah, I think Forest need to start to learn from the mistakes. Didn't know she had that because I think the more we make them, the more we don't get dragged into things, and especially with the financial side of things. Obviously, this doctor person, whatever his name, thinks that we're gonna be this and that, and this 112 million. I think he just put estimation on it just to try and get people clickbaiting on that report. And I think that outside of that, I think we need to be cautious. And I think if Forest don't get done for it, I think it's going to be fine. I think we've been quite open, transparent about it with the Premier League. We're all being very open, and we are showing that we are wanting to cooperate with the Premier League. Whereas Everton just being like a 5-year-old trying to get out of pram to a fair. So I think it will be interesting how that will go about. But I mean, I'm not panicking. I'm not worried. To be fair, I think tried that especially when you got the Premier League who's not even charged Man City or Chelsea at things, but they are doing team standard one end of the Premier League table. Just makes you think. So Thanks for everything in chat as per usual, guys. And actually, thank you. Anyway.